Today I'm reviewing and testing the Sealight Laxmas L2 LED headlight from Sunset Auto. Does this LED light perform as good as it looks for less than $40 a pair? Well, we're going to find out. Hello everybody and welcome to Car Light Reviews. If you've never been here before, I perform consistent automotive lighting tests to help you make the best purchase decision. And here is the Sealight Laxmas L2, a light that I included in my 15-way shootout on my other channel in Jason's garage a couple of years ago, and I'll put a link to that video in the description if you want to check it out. But I know that a lot of you have been wanting me to test Sealight lights, so I thought this one would be a good one to start with because of the very affordable price point. Now, Sealight is one of the brands of Sunset Auto, which is a pretty big company that not only offers lighting products, but also exterior, interior accessories, even brakes, filters, sensors, suspension, and more. Check them out at sunsetauto.com. I was impressed with their selection, and I'm told that Sealight, a division of Sunset Auto, is now one of the leading brands in automotive lighting, taking the #1 position in Amazon's North American automotive LED lighting category. By the way, I'll be offering a coupon code for everything on the Sunset Auto website, so stay tuned towards the end of this video. But back to the Laxmas L2. Like my other LED headlight tests, I'm going to do an introduction, an unboxing, go over the published specs, and then cover some of the features. I'm then going to test the brightness and light pattern for both projector and reflector housings and see how it performs. This comes with some zip ties and some double-sided tape, just in case you need it to secure the wires or the drivers. Check out the manual real quick. Looks pretty thorough, tells you how to install it, which is exactly like you would any other bulb, including the factory halogen bulb. You just remove the old one and put the new one in place. It is plug and play. Check your owner's manual for more information. So let's talk about the published specifications of the Sealight Laxmas L2. 22.5 watts each, 10,000 lumens each, has a color temperature of 6,000 Kelvin, has a CSP chip, has an IP rating of 67, and an hour rating of 50,000. It is fan cooled, and it does have an external driver. The warranty on this is 1 year, and the price at the time of this video before discounts, a very affordable $39.99. So here's my initial observations. First of all, it has a very compact size, both the main unit as well as the driver. So if you're space challenged in your vehicle, this might be helpful, especially if you have shallow dust caps. Now, I know it doesn't matter much to some of you, but I do like an LED light to have a good appearance to it. Even though once it's installed, it's usually hidden, I still like to know that the company put some effort into it. And I really like the color combination of this one. I like the red fan with the gold or the bronze body. It's just a good combination. In fact, now that I think about it, it kind of makes me think of Iron Man, which is kind of cool. It does have a very thin board where the emitters sit, and I've been seeing a lot of this style lately, and I usually have pretty good results with them. Overall, this is just a good-looking light with a decent design at a very affordable price. But what do you get for that low price? Well, now's the time to test that light output and see how it does. If you haven't seen how I test LED headlights, here's how I do it. For projector testing, I made a test rig using a 2017 Toyota Camry H11 headlight projector. And for reflector testing, I use an H11 headlight from a 2018 Ford F-150. I use these specifically because they are among the best-selling vehicles in America for over 20 years and are the most common on the road. I'll power the lights using a benchtop power supply, and I'll position the light's hotspot onto a lux meter that is 20 feet away, mounted on my garage door. I'll record the initial brightness and then again after 27 minutes to document how well the light manages heat. I use 27 minutes because that's the average commute time in the United States. My tests aren't for lux number accuracy, but for comparison to a stock H11 halogen bulb, which measures 725 projected lux and 910 reflected lux using my test method. Different tests in different environments will give you different results. So if you want to do the same tests of your own, I list all of the equipment I use in the description of this video. Check the description of this video for some important notes on aiming headlights, how to ensure you pick the right headlight for your application, and the legality of replacing halogen headlight bulbs with LEDs. And before I get to my testing, don't forget to check out my Patreon page so you can learn how you can support this channel and help me make more videos for it. So now, let's see how the Sealight Laxmas L2 did. For my projector testing, the Sealight Laxmas L2 came out with 963 lux. That's 238 lux over the halogen 725 lux. And after 27 minutes, the average commute time in the United States, it still retains 87% of that light output, resulting in 835 lux, still 110 lux over halogen. And looking at the projector light pattern compared to stock, it performs pretty well. The cutoff is sharp with some fuzziness in the common area seen in my testing right here, and also typical in my testing is a weak area right here. But for this light, it is uniform on both left and right sides. Some lights are brighter on one side or another in this area, so I'm pretty impressed at how it's balanced. Now, for the reflector, I measure 1,985 lux in my testing. That's 1,075 over the halogen 910 lux. And after 27 minutes of runtime, that light is reduced to a still impressive 1,721 lux, still 811 over halogen. And looking at the reflector light pattern compared to stock, I think the Sealight Laxmas L2 does better than average when it comes to the reflector output. You can see that it maintains a rather clear cutoff on both top and bottom. It does have some oddness going on right here on the right-hand side, but it's not too bad considering that it will be off to the right side of the road while driving and not in oncoming traffic's eyes. Overall, the reflector output on this is very impressive. As mentioned, there's a published rating of 22.5 watts per light. I observed 17.9 in my testing. And for heat management, after 27 minutes, my laser thermometer recorded 117 degrees Fahrenheit at the hottest point for the main unit and 119 degrees for the driver, both on the overall slightly cooler side of average. So again, rather impressive. Here's my conclusion with this one. For less than $40 a pair, you get some decent performance by a known name, Sealight. The light output is brighter than stock, but maintains control of that light very well. And as I mentioned, I'm impressed with the reflector output on this one. I think it'd be a good light if you're finding that brighter lights are overpowering your housing and dangerously scattering your light output. Again, check the important note in the description of this video to understand what I'm talking about and why it's important. And also, the low operating temperature tells me that it has some decent longevity in it due to decent heat management. So, is it the best budget LED light of 2022? I'd say it's definitely a contender and one to consider if you're on a budget. Now, I release a video every week, so maybe I'll test something that performs better for the same or lower price, but it would have to be a pretty special light for sure to top this one. Now, I'll be doing a best lights of the year video at the end of this year, so maybe this will take the spot for best budget LED light. We'll find out. Links to where you can buy this light are in the description, and I'll include a coupon code that Sunset Auto provided me that not only gives you 11% off Sealight LED lights, but everything that's on the Sunset Auto website. I don't know how long it's going to last, so use it while you can. Again, you'll find the link and the discount code in the description below. You can also find a link in the description for a free spreadsheet that I update with every video release that shows the specs and results of all the lights I've tested, so you can compare this light to the other ones that I've tested in one easy view. I'm really starting to get some followers on this channel. I appreciate everyone's suggestion and comments. Once again, check out my Patreon page and help me to continue to make videos for it. And if that's not something you want to do now, at least subscribe, hit the bell, and let me know you want to see more, because I've got more on the way. And of course, if you've got a suggestion on what I should test in the future, leave a comment. I'll definitely check into it, including let me know what other Sealight lights you'd like me to test. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope this video helps you to find the right lighting upgrades for your needs so you can enjoy your car more. Keep your headlights aimed, drive safely, responsibly, and respectfully.